everyone, welcome back to the channel. In case you're new here, my name is Taylor and I create content around cozy living, mindfulness, mental health, and self-care, but all from the perspective of an entrepreneur. Today, I have a little bit of an unpopular opinion, and that is going to be unsetting goals for the new year. I know that sounds a little bit crazy considering everyone else is creating content around setting goals and planning for the new year, but I have been taking that approach for the past 4 or 5 years now, and I have not achieved, I don't think, any of the results that I wanted. So I figured I would take a different approach by stepping back and removing some of those pressures from my life. So I have always been a planner, the type of person that will create 1,000 spreadsheets and have all these dates and formulas and calculations, but then I would end up getting severe depression when things did not go according to plan, and that was like 90% of the time. So you can imagine how my mental health was affected by that, by constantly planning and not really seeing any of it coming to fruition. Now, granted, I did not officially start my mental health journey until about 2018 to 2019, which is about a year before our whole pandemonium. But even after I started my mental health journey, I was still having the same habits and expecting different results, and that's pretty close to the definition of insanity. So as I've been looking at my goals from last year and this year, I had to take a look at everything that was on my plate and everything that I wanted to add, and I was like, whoa, this is too much. It's not attainable for right now. One of the things I had to accept was that I just don't have the correct environment that is suitable to the goals that I want to achieve. And that is a tough pill to swallow when you really, really want something, but it's just not the right time or the right season. For example, I at one point this year wanted to become a streamer, but given that, as I've mentioned before in my other videos, I don't live alone and it can get very loud here and very crazy, and I did not want to run the risk of starting a stream and then having all that noise here. That would just overwhelm me and make things worse. And the whole purpose of me planning for next year is to make things more accessible to me. And whatever that definition might be for me in this moment, I'm still trying to figure that out. But it starts with realizing what's on my plate and what I can get rid of. I was watching a video from Asia Dang a couple of months ago where she went on a solo bachelorette party, and she said that sometimes cacti in the desert will sacrifice one of their arms in order to continue thriving. And I had to ask myself, what arms can I give up? Even if I really want something, what can I give up right now that is going to be better for me and my mental health, and also for the long run, because no right now does not mean never. So with all that being said, I have decided to try something new by unsetting some goals that served other people and not myself, goals that aren't realistic for where I am right now, goals that made me constantly compare myself to my peers, goals that wouldn't serve me in the long run even after I've completed them. Realizing that I had all these toxic goals was like realizing that I was growing my tree in the wrong environment. If you have a somewhat healthy tree, you're feeding it all the right nutrients, you're watering it, if it's not in the right soil, if it doesn't have the right foundation or the right temperature, that tree will most likely not survive. And once again, that was a tough thing to accept, because that meant I was doing most or all of the right things, but just didn't have the space, support, or environment to actually grow. But no worries, I'm working on changing that. My philosophy behind this is reverse productivity. Instead of planning goals, I'm taking some away. Instead of collecting my to-dos, I'm deleting them. And instead of focusing on beauty, I'm focusing on function and simplicity. I will have videos on all of this in my upcoming series, Cozy Tech, where I'll be taking all of these systems that I have, making them feel good and cozy, of course, but also making sure that they are going to suit this new beginning in my life and allowing me to grow in a different way. And I'm very excited to share those with you all, and I hope that they will help you approach productivity from a place of slowing down. So my somewhat of a declaration for 2023 is to unset so we can reset. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time in the first episode of the Cozy Tech series. Much love.